Hi everyone. Hope you all are good. We are here for grade 8 math. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password is provided by the administrator. Then you have to search math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 8 math and then click on view all lessons. There you can list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter rational numbers. The lessons we're going to cover today are identify rational and irrational numbers, write functions in lowest terms, least common denominator, and round mixed numbers. Okay, let's just start with the lesson. So here I'm on grade 8 math. Let's just start with the first lesson, that is identify rational and irrational numbers. Okay, so first we're going to see what are the rational numbers, right? Rational numbers are the numbers that can be written in the form A over B, right? A and B are integers. B is not zero, A over B, right? So you can write them like this, 2 over 1, 2 is an integer, right? 5 over 4, 5 over 4 is an integer. So if you do not write the, if you cannot write the number in the form A, the number is irrational number, right? If the number is written in the form A over B, that is a rational number. Let's just start with the questions, examples. Is 5 a rational number? Sorry, is 5 an irrational number? No, 5 is not an irrational number because 5 is a rational number. You can write it in the form 5 by 1. So 5 by 1, right? Okay, the next one is 2.23 a rational number? Rational numbers are the numbers that can be written in the form a by b. When written as decimals, rational numbers terminate or repeat. So 2.23, that is a repeating decimal, that terminating decimal. That means that is a rational number. Got it? Let's just start with the test questions. Is 3 an irrational number? Yes or no? Three is not an irrational number because you can write them in the form a by b, that is a rational number. So 3 is an irrational number? No, that is not an irrational number. The correct option is no. Is square root 7 a rational number? The correct option is no, square root 7 is not a rational number, right? The correct option is no. Is 8 by 9 an irrational number? No, that is not an irrational number. That is a rational number. So the correct option is no. Is 5.452 a rational number? The correct option is yes, that is a rational number because that is a terminating decimal, right? So yes, that is a rational number. Is 9 by 2 an irrational number? Yes, 9 by 2 is not an irrational number, right? The correct option is no because 9 by 2 is a rational number. Is 2 by 7 a rational number? Yes, 2 by 7 is a rational number. Okay, is 5 by 6 a rational number? Yes, rational number it is, right? 5 by 6 is a rational number. Very good. Is 3.681 an irrational number? Yes, 3.681 is a rational number because that is a terminating decimal. So it is a rational number. No, sorry. Here you have a rational, not rational. So yes, that not an irrational number because that is a rational number. Is 0 an irrational number? Is zero an irrational number? No, zero is a rational number, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself. Let today let me just move on to next lesson. And the next lesson is the next one is right fractions and lowest terms. Let's just start with the next lesson. So we're going to learn how do we write the fractions in lowest term, right? Let's just start with an example. For example, you need to write 2 by 8 in lowest term. So how do you write? Whenever you need to write a fraction in the lowest term, you have to divide the greatest common number. Common number means the number that can divide both numerator and denominator. So yes, that would be 2. You have to divide both numerator and denominator by a common number, right? So 2 divided by 2 is 1 and 8 divided by 2 is 4. So the lowest term is 1 over 4. Okay, let's just start with the test questions. Let's see how do we write the numbers in the lowest form. 2 by 8 in the lowest, which is the correct option. Yes, that is 1 by 4. Option number 1 is the correct option. Now write 6 by 8 in lowest term, which is the correct option. You have to divide them by the greatest common number, right? So the greatest common number that can divide both 6 and 8 is 2. So simply divide them by 2 is 6 and 2 is 4 is 8. So the correct option is option number 1, that is 3 over 4. Okay, the next one is right, 6 by 9 in lowest terms, which is the correct option. Yes, that is 2 by 3. Option number 1 is the correct option. Very good. Okay, right. Which is the correct option. Right, 4 by 8 in lowest term. Yes, that is one over 2. Option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, right, 8 by 9 in lowest term, which is the correct option. Yes, you cannot convert 8 by 9 into further lowest term, right? So that is already in the lowest form. 8 by 9 is the correct option. Okay, 1 by 6 in lowest terms, which is the correct option. Yes, that is already in the lowest term, right? The correct option is 1 over 6. Okay, right, 2 by 7 in lowest terms, so which is the correct option? Yes, 2 by 7 is already in the lowest term, right? Because 7 is the prime number, so you cannot convert the prime number into lowest term, right? So 2 by 7 is already in the lowest term. The correct option is option number 1, that is 2 by 7. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is least common denominator. Let's just start with the next lesson, that is least common denominator. Okay, what is the least common denominator of 5 by 9 and 2 by 3? So the denominator, their denominators are 9 and right. The least common denominator is the least common multiple of the denominators. So you need to find the least common multiple of the denominators, right? You have to write the prime factor. So the prime factors of 9 are 3 times 3, and the prime factors of 3 are 3 times 1, right? So you have a non-common factor that is 3 times 3. So that means 3 times 3 is 9. So that the least common denominator of 9 3 is 9. The correct option is 9. Okay, let's just start with the test questions. Let's see how do we calculate the least common denominator, right? Let's just start with the test questions. Okay, what is the least common denominator of 5 by 6 and 5 by 12? So you have the denominators are 6 and 12. Let's just write down the prime factors of 6 and 12. So the prime factors of 6 are 2 times 3, and factors of 12 are 2 times 2 is 4, and 4 times 3 is 12. This is a common factor. This is 3 times 3 common factor, and we are left with just a 2. So let's just multiply 2 times 2 is 4 is 12. So that means the least common denominator of 5 by 6 by 12 is 12. So the correct option is 12, right? You need to write down the prime factors, right? So the correct option is 12. What is the least common denominator of 2, 1 by 2, and 1 by 8? So let's just write down the prime factors for 2 and 8, right? So the prime factors for 2 are 2 times 1, for 8 they are 2 times 2 times 2. So this is the common denominator. The other are 2 times 2. So 2 times 2 is 4, and 4 times 2 is 8. So the correct option is 8. That means the least. And the correct option is yes, 8 it is. The correct option is 8. Okay, what is the least common denominator of 3 by 10 and 3 by 5? So which is the correct option? So the least common denominator of 10 and 5 are 10 and 5 is Yes, then the correct option is 10. Okay, what is the least common denominator of 5 by 6 and 1 by 3, which is the correct option? Yes, 6, it is the correct option is 6. The least common denominator of 5 by 6 and 1 by 3 is 6. The correct option is 6. What is the least common denominator of 5 by 9 and 2 by 3, which is the correct option? Yes, that is 9. The correct option is 9. Option number 1 is the correct option. What is the least common denominator of 1 by 4 and 1 by 2? Yes, that is 4. The correct option is 4. What is the least common denominator of 1 by 4 and 7 by 8, which is the correct option? Yes, 8. It is the correct option is 8. Okay, what is the least common denominator of 1 by 10 and 5 by 6, which is the correct option? The correct option is 30. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to the next lesson. And the next lesson is round mixed numbers. Let's just read the lesson. Okay, what is 2 whole 7 over 19 rounded to the nearest whole number? So you need to round off the mixed number, right? You have a fractional part. 2 whole 7 over 19. So just look at the 7 over 19. You have to compare this to the 1 by 2. If that is greater than 1 by 2, you need to round up. And if that is less than 1 by 2, you need to round down. So you have 7 over 19, right? When you compare 7 over 19 to 1 over 7 over 19 is, let's just start with the test questions. Okay, 4 whole 2 over 3. You have to round to the whole number. Just look at the fractional part 2 over 3. 2 over 3. Part 1 over 2. The 2, 4 plus 1 is 5. So the correct option is 5. Got it. The correct option is 5. 4 whole 2 by 3 is rounded off to 5. The correct option is 3 over 16. 3 over 16 is less than half. So you need to round up the same decimal. The correct option is 3. Okay, what is 75 whole 9 by 18? Rounded to the nearest whole number. So look at the fractional part, that is 9 over 18, and 9 over 18 equal to half. So that means you need 5 whole 9 by 18 is rounded off to 76. The correct option is 7. What is 92 whole 4 over 15? Rounded to the nearest whole number. So which is the correct option? 4 over 14 is less than half, right? So it would be rounded off to 92. The correct option is, you need to round off on the same whole number. So it would be rounded off to 92. What is 1 whole 8 over 11 rounded to the nearest whole number? So which is the correct option? Yes, that is. 8 over 11 is greater than half, so it would be rounded off to 2. The correct option is 2. What is 63 whole 2 over 11? Rounded to the nearest whole number, which is the correct option. The correct option is it would be rounded off to 63 because 2 by 11 is less than half, so it would be rounded off to 63. What is 2 whole 7 over 19 rounded to the nearest whole number? Yes, the correct option is 2. What is 1 whole 419 rounded to the nearest whole number? That is rounded off to 2. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So we were working on grade 8 math. Chapter we are working on is rational numbers, and the lessons we have covered today are identify rational and irrational numbers, write fractions and lowest terms, least common denominator, and round mixed numbers. So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we just did. That is your homework until next session, right? So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the site. They are available from Monday to Friday, 5 to 9, or either you can join me in the interactive session that would be daily from 9 to. So that's all for today. If you have any questions related to the lessons we just finished, you can please ask. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. Questions. Okay, then that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye, everyone.